Everyone. So, what if I told you the West is just a scam? Are you an African living in Germany? Then come to the table, let's have a chat. Um, what are some of the difficulties you are facing as an African living in Germany? Here are my experience, some of my challenges, the challenges I am going through. First off, I'll start with the language. So, if you're an African who is willing to travel, first of all, I'll just advise you to have an idea, a little idea of the language before you move. If you are not that busy back home in Africa, you could just go learn the AIs, which is just like the simplest one before making the move. Because in Germany, in as much as almost everyone speaks English, here is the case: you go into some offices and they pretend not to speak English. You meet random people on the street, they act like they don't speak English. So, for me, I would advise anyone who is willing to travel from Africa to Germany to at least do the AIs before coming. Even with that, you would have a lot of advantages once you land in Germany. So, get that. All right. So, the second one, which will be a surprise to you, is Germany, or let's say Germany's internet is very slow. You might argue with me or you can argue with me, but comparing it to other countries that have been, Germany's internet is very slow. Even let's compare it to Portugal, yeah, because I lived in Portugal for almost a year before moving to Germany. And comparing these two countries, obviously you can't compare the German internet to the Portuguese one because the Portuguese internet is way, way faster than German one. For some reason, I don't know why, but it is what it is. All right. So the third thing, which might not really be a surprise to you if you really know Germany properly, is the high income tax. So this is what everybody's complaining about because in Germany, you work so much, so hard, and almost everything goes into tax. It is one of the biggest challenges everyone is facing, yeah, here in Germany, but you can't really do nothing about it. Yeah, it's the system. If you don't want it, you just have to move. So before you plan or you decide to move to Germany, you need to think about this too. And in saying this, I'm not trying to say, let's say you work and the tax force or the tax whatever takes all of your money. No, all I'm trying to say is the ratio, yeah, in terms of comparing to other countries. Like I said, other countries have been other countries. Yeah, comparing to other countries, Germany's income tax is just way too high. So before you make a move, just think about it. All right. The fourth thing, the fourth thing, obviously to me, will be the weather. Yeah, because I'm from Ghana. That's like the west side of Africa. And from January to December, it's always hot. We only have, is it the hot and the wet season? So if it's not the sun, it's raining. So just imagine. So moving to Germany, whereby the weather, especially in winter, it gets really cold. Um, if if you are someone who doesn't really like the cold weather, then you need to reconsider your decision before moving to Germany. So these are some of the shocks, some of the things I realized, or some of the things I didn't think of before moving to Germany as an African.